Did we really land on the moon? Or is it all a grand Hollywood show? Let's uncover the truth. But before we dive into that, let's first take you back on this whole moon landing thing. In 1969, a moment that changed history was broadcasted to the world to see. Neil Armstrong took one small step for man, but a giant leap for mankind on the moon's surface. You see, in the heat of the Cold War, there was a fierce competition known as the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. Each side wanted to prove their technological might, and what better way than to conquer space? While the Soviets launched the first human, Yuri Gagarin, into space, the US had its eyes on a bigger prize, the moon. Leading up to that historic moment, the US had initiated the Apollo program. Several missions, each one daring than the last, were designed to test equipment and strategies for the final goal, landing on the moon. These missions brought back valuable data, paving the way for Apollo 11, the mission where humans first touched the lunar surface. Imagine the collective anticipation. Families gathered around their TVs, classrooms tuned in, and even traffic stopped in places. The world held its breath as Armstrong and Aldrin descended in the lunar module. And then, success. Humans had landed on the moon. But here's the twist. Despite this monumental achievement, a question lingered. Did it really happen? As years passed, whispers turned into theories. So, why did some folks doubt the authenticity of this event? Let's dive into the conspiracy. Our screens flickered with images of astronauts hopping about in low gravity. But wait, what's that? A flag? Yes, a US flag, seemingly fluttering as if caught in a breeze. But hold on a minute, the moon has no atmosphere. So how's that possible? And those shadows, some appearing longer at different angles, as if there were multiple light sources, like in a movie set. Could it be? We've all looked on a clear night and marveled at the sea of stars. So, when photos from the moon showed an inky black sky without a single star, eyebrows were raised. On the moon, away from Earth's atmosphere, stars should be even clearer, right? This starless void made many wonder if this was merely a backdrop in a secretive studio. Outer space isn't just an empty void, it's riddled with challenges. And one of the biggest is radiation. There's a dangerous zone called the Van Allen radiation belts surrounding our planet. According to skeptics, passing through this zone, even in a spacecraft, would be like walking through a microwave. Wouldn't the astronauts be fried? When a rocket lands, it usually leaves its mark. So when images emerged of the lunar lander sitting pretty on moon dust without a hint of blast crater, many cried foul. If a rocket had truly landed there, wouldn't it have left a clear, visible imprint on the moon's surface? And then there were photographs, different photos, meant to be from different locations on the moon, yet they seemed to have identical mountains and terrains in the background. It's as if the same stage backdrop was being reused. Suspicion grew. Were astronauts merely actors on a grand stage? Picture a brand new shirt, straight out of a packed suitcase. It's crumbled, right? That's how the moon flag was, folded tight to space travel. Now, plant that flag on the moon with no atmosphere and low gravity. It doesn't flutter like on Earth, but instead holds its wavy shape, almost like it's frozen mid-wave. So no, the flag wasn't dancing to a lunar breeze. It was just unwrinkling from its journey. Imagine taking a photo of a friend with the sunlight right behind them. The result? A dark silhouette because your camera adjusts for the bright sun. Similarly, on the moon, the lunar surface is super bright. Astronauts' cameras adjusted for this, making distant faint stars vanish from the photos. No magic, just simple camera settings. We all know the dangers of radiation. The Van Allen belts surrounding Earth are filled with it. However, the Apollo mission took a fast, calculated route, minimizing exposure. Plus, the spacecraft had protective shields, like it's sprinting through a rainstorm with an umbrella. You might get a bit wet, but not drenched. Think of the lander's engines like a gentle leaf blower, not a powerful jet engine. By the time it landed, the thrust was gentle to ensure a safe touchdown. Thus, instead of blasting away a crater, it lightly settled on the lunar soil. The moon isn't flat like a pancake. It's got hills, mountains, and valleys. So while two photos might seem like they have the same backdrop, they could be taken from different viewpoints, causing similar terrains to appear. It's like snapping pics on opposite ends of a large hill on Earth. But here's the mic drop. Countless people were involved in the Apollo missions. Astronauts, scientists, engineers, and more. Are we to believe they all kept this secret? Plus, countries like Russia, keenly watching the space race, verified the moon landing. And there's physical proof too. moon rocks, unlike any Earth rocks, and instruments still on the moon sending data. So the idea of a grand stage show starts to crumble. Imagine a time when two colossal giants, the United States and the Soviet Union, were in a tense tug of war. This wasn't a physical war, but a battle of ideologies. Technical prowess known as the Cold War. The US was trailing in the space race initially. The Soviet Union had already sent the first satellite and the first human into space. For many, it seemed like America was playing catch-up. So when the US claimed to land on the moon, skeptics raised eyebrows. Was this just a stunt to claim victory? They wondered. Fast forward a few decades and the internet changed the game. Information and misinformation could spread in a heartbeat. Instead of a few whispers and concerns, now millions could share and amplify their doubts. Ever heard the saying, birds of a feather flock together? Online, people naturally gravitated towards forums and groups that shared their beliefs, reinforcing their views. When all you hear are voices echoing the same doubts and questions, it can be easy to believe the moon landing was a ruse. Plus, there's something irresistible about mysteries and uncovering hidden truths. The idea of revealing a grand secret became tantalizing, driving many to dig deeper into the hoax theory. Imagine a row of dominoes. Knock down one and the rest follow. Misinformation works similarly. One accepted falsehood can lead to many more, creating a cascading effect that's tough to halt. When we start doubting verified events, like the moon landing, it's not just about the event itself. The bigger worry, our trust in institutions, experts, and science starts to wane. If we can't believe in man's most iconic achievements, what can we believe in? Curiosity is a wonderful thing. It's what drives progress and discovery. But like fire, it can be a force for good or destruction. Asking questions is healthy, but it's vital to seek answers from reliable sources. In today's digital age, misinformation can be louder than the truth. Echo chambers amplify and distort, leading us down rabbit holes. The result? We can become lost, detached from reality. Always question, always probe. Remember to do so with a clear mind and a keen eye on facts. You know how kids today play whisper down the lane? By the end, the message is totally twisted. Misinformation is a bit like that, but with real-world consequences. Imagine building a tower using blocks. Each block represents trust in something: science, media, history. We pull out blocks based on hoaxes, the entire tower becomes shaky, risking collapse. This is our society when information spreads. Let's picture a spider web. At its center, a hoax. Each connecting thread represents a related doubt or question. As more people get entangled, it becomes challenging to find a way out, distorting our view of reality. Being skeptical is like having a compass. It can guide our decisions, pointing us to the truth. But if that compass is based on misinformation, we can drift off course, sometimes ending up lost. Together, armed with accurate information and critical thinking, we can protect our trust tower and help each other navigate clearer paths. Let's be the guardians of truth in a world overflowing with stories. The image of a human footprint on the moon's dusty surface is iconic. It's a testament to our drive, ambition, and the spirit of exploration. Yet in the vast expanse of space, mysteries abound. And with mysteries come tales, whispers, and yes, conspiracies that tickle our imagination. It's in our nature to be curious, to question the world around us. But with every question, there's a responsibility to discern fact from fiction, to differentiate between genuine curiosity and misleading doubt. As we gaze on the night sky, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. And remember, our journey to understand the universe is just beginning. Let's tread this path with both wonder and wisdom. Until next time, goodbye.